The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Wednesday, November 13th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up. And when you do sign up with the promo code TCE SGPN, you get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Start crushing college football and college basketball and the NFL with Rhythm. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Mike Leach, head football coach at Mississippi State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Wednesday, November 13th. Oh, God damn it. I love this sport. Cal Baptist, UC Riverside, Duke, Kentucky. And there's some other heat currently going on as the Toreros seem to be battling back against the Vikings of Portland State. And we got a bunch of shit to talk about. Also, the Portland Pilots currently up 8 at the half against the Oregon Ducks. So I mean, I
want this pilot. It's a matter of national security.
We had a fire day as a collective, I believe. So I know I did. So I'm looking forward to the shit talk. Really, it's like I get to be Ric Flair every night. I have a winning night, so I appreciate that, folks. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Nobody knows nothing. Somebody knows. Double the price, but no one touches Dundee.
Oh man, it's just so great. Every night we get action, we get games. Yeah. Great college action. One of the games really delivered in action in college football. And then you mix that with unbelievable college basketball slate. Life is good. All right. Feel sorry for Europe. Well, unless they watch, you know what I mean? Unless they watch, but it's like a little secret we have here that's just fucking phenomenal. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for the host of the Ryan and Rush Show and the Big 12 College Experience. You should be subscribed to both of those. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Money Line Mac. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. What a night in college basketball. And, I think finally they're starting to get the gist of it that Day games, 5 o'clock window.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. Love day games, more day games. Shout out to Rob Donaldson in the chat. Shout out to all the chat rocking along. Apologies for not having the slides yesterday. A lot of people left comments on our football and basketball show. I build those things. Take a while sometimes. So when you're busy running around, I had to go to the airport and stuff, so didn't get done. I failed you. I'll try not to have that happen again. We got it. We dude, how about tonight's games, man? Tonight delivered. I told you, not only with the Champions Classics, great, but like love the fact that I just love the how many small rivalries there were there. And those games fucking deliver, man. Just watch that whole Baptist Riverside game. Awesome game, and packed house. You don't see that much in California, but they do it there. I love tonight's slate.
Little brothers had a hell of a night. That's for damn sure. So it was a good night for us. Obviously, we both have winning nights already in the clubhouse, having a cold one, enjoying the winning night. But yeah, it was fun, and it started early when a little Philly dust up happened.
Oh yeah, it did. And I want to just address NF in the chat. Any chance you can add a timestamp when you get to making picks? I can't do that. I mean, and if someone wants to help out with that, I would be willing to. If someone wants to, like, I do so much podcasting, I only have so much time in a given day. So
they're looking into that. They're looking into Phoenix and those guys.
Anyway, but yes, you are right. Let's open things up because we had ourselves. And I'll thank you on this one because I don't know that I was gonna take St. Joe's as just a pick. You convinced me to bet it. And boy, Kyle Neptune might not make it out of November. He might not make it to Thanksgiving. St. Joe's 83, Villanova 76. How hot is the seat for one Kyle Neptune, Moneyline Mac?
He's not even on the hot seat anymore. That shit is scorching. Yeah, I mean, god damn, you lost to St. Joe. How do you lose to St. Joe's back-to-back years when you also lost to Drexel? I mean, he loses to all the Philly 5 schools. So, God, just bad. And honestly, they weren't even the better team. It wasn't like a fluke win. I thought.
I didn't think so either.
Controlled the second half, and man, it's bad. It's bad there at Villanova. That's a bad team. Luckily, the Big East is bad, so maybe they can pull maybe like a 500 year in the Big East out of their ass at best. But that's like the ceiling right now.
Yeah. Who would be the next? Who would be a fire hire? I think we might have talked about this once, but who would be a fire hire for Nova?
Good question. Somebody I'm trying to think of who's got some Philly.
I thought you said one a couple weeks ago when we were doing the preseason episode, but I thought you said one. I'm drawing a blank on it though. But
Shaheen Holloway.
It's not what you said, but I love Shaheen Holloway. I'm a big fan of him as a person, but I don't know. He's having a tough year so far, so I don't know if that would. I don't know if that would happen this year. I think they want to splash higher, perhaps. Will Wade at Nova. They wouldn't do that.
He's more of a Southern guy.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that. It would be they would go like there's a certain style to Nova's coaching, in my opinion.
Who's your stand that throws out a good one? Luke Murray from UConn. He's obviously waiting for the right one. We've seen in football them go from offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator to the same league in the SEC. Why can't he go from UConn associate head coach to Villanova head coach? Yeah, and
look, I'm pro anything Bill Murray. All right, let's go. I know that Luke Murray probably hears that and he's just like, damn it. I've worked my ass off to be a basketball coach, and this dumbass gap-toothed motherfucker keeps talking about my father and Caddyshack. Anyway, what a call right there, folks. I want to let you know that you are listening to the College Basketball Experience, part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And if you haven't downloaded the SGPN app, well, you are missing out. The SGPN app gives you access to all of our podcasts on the network and our picks page in one convenient app. Plus, all of our content in the app is it's completely free. Type in SGPN in the App Store, Google Play Store to download it today. And remember, as always, to let it ride. We cashed on the Kansas Jayhawks. I actually thought they would play a little bit better than they did, if that's fair. But we still cashed. We got there. I mean, I think Michigan State's better than what Beanick believes them to be.
Oh, way better.
Way better. Way better. But I thought Kansas would be a little bit better. How about you?
I wasn't impressed. I think Kansas just has better players right now. I mean, Michigan State went like 3 for 25 from 3. If they make a couple jump shots, they win the game outright. Sparty's right there to win the Big Ten. I don't know what Phoenix say. Like, I like those guards. I think that they are an upgrade from that trio of last year, and I think they got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They play hard like they used to. They're better, way better than the last couple years.
Yeah. Shout out to Abner, who goes, "You are a commie terrorist for betting against Air Force yesterday, but you were on fire with your picks today, Colby. Thanks." Look, I would have taken Air Force in any scenario, with the exception to taking on like 3 schools, and one of them happened to be the fucking Long Island Shucks. All right.
Long Island.
You knew long ago, all right, when that Long Island schedule dropped, you said, "Oh, Dundee's going to be all over the fucking Shucks." I had a fire hit here, and for a second, you almost got a text message in the middle of the game, because when Hampton had an 8-point halftime lead at Providence, I thought the money line. I was like, "Oh, dude, if they win this on the money line, they still easily covered for me." Let's go. Hampton from one Pirate to another Pirate. And I'm wearing the Mike Leach Pirate t-shirt available in the SGPN store. Rest in peace to my great friend. Providence.
They have an injury at least. They have an injury at least. Like Bryce Hopkins, they're waiting for him to get back, and they definitely padded their schedule. Unlike Villanova, they actually have reinforcements on the way. Villanova does not.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But still, the Big East, Hampton cash there. I'm disappointed I didn't bet this game because I was thinking about it. But you kind of, I mean, I'm not going to blame you here, but we went. You can go your own way because LaSalle worked Cornell, man. 16-point win. My boy Fran Dunphy. I think he's done. Let me tell you, he's done free. All right. And he's doing it. All right. Temple wishes they had him, I guess, but
it's actually all right. But yeah, Dunphy's got him 3-0 in 3 double-digit wins too. So shout out to LaSalle. I'm happy for Dunphy. Let's go.
Yeah, big time. I mean, nice win there. I almost bet that. I wish I would have. Monmouth, dude. We didn't bet this in this terrible game in DeKalb, but Monmouth is bad. They lose by 13 to Northern Illinois. Nice win for the MAC there.
That's a fade now. I mean, you lose by 13 to Northern Illinois. That's bad.
Yeah, that is bad.
Fucking bad.
That is bad. Miami, Ohio, Maryland Eastern Shore. Miami, Ohio wins by 18. They were laying 18.5.
How did they cover? Or oh wait, no, they didn't. Like they were like losing a lot of this game, or they were like within like 2-3 points.
Yeah, that dude Shaw. I watched more of this game than I should have.
Yeah, I don't know why you were watching that.
Eastern
game.
Shore. I don't know. Like sometimes I was just like clicking around, and I'm like, and Eastern Shore has that dude Shaw can play. All right, next up we had a lock battle. Now you won this on the show, but I just want to say the closing line hit. I got the worst of the number. Yeah. I lost, but North Florida did cover. To my clientele out there, 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. It did hit for you if you got that thing by the time you probably listen to the podcast. But nice win for you as you win a luck battle against me. Georgia 90, the Ospreys 77. I don't know that I should fully count this one as
bullshit.
Nice hit. Your thoughts on the game?
Finally, closing line value fucking mattered for me. I've been getting my dick kicked in every time I have like 2 to 3 points of closing line value. I'm like, I'm screwed. I don't care if the line's moving in my favor. It's definitely a loss. I think George is underrated, actually. I think they're athletic. I think they're fast, and I think they could maybe sneak into that middle tier of the SEC. I don't know. I need to see them play somebody, but they just look the part. And North Florida's good. I mean, they've proven that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I looked to continue to ride the Ospreys. This was one that, yeah. Why didn't we bet Loyola Maryland?
I ended up betting them. Sorry.
Oh, you sandbagging son of a gun. You could have talked me into that last night.
Oh, fucking NJIT's terrible. I don't know why we didn't say that on the show.
Yeah. The Greyhounds win by 18 at the Institute of Technology there in New Jersey.
There's always a couple on the pregame show that I'm just like, well, we should have done that last night. I added to the pregame show.
Yeah. Yeah. Clark got the best of the number for Georgia there. Shout out to Clark. We cashed on this and High Point 76, Central 60. Still a little closer than I kind of thought it would be like a 20-point game. Your thoughts on High Point?
It was a look ahead spot. They got UAB coming to High Point on Friday night. So circle that one. That place is going to be on fire because they've turned that thing into a nice little home court advantage. So I'm looking forward to High Point UAB on Friday night in North Carolina. You should look into going to that game.
Yeah. Yeah. I might have to hit that up. Might have to see what NC Nick's up to. I see Clark's going to it. Clark, we might have to meet up again. Yeah. I see what Lante's doing too. Lante, if you're listening to this, hit me up. South Florida. By the way, Luis in the chat cracking me up. Graduated from NJIT. We're fucking terrible.
They are.
I don't even remember the Pine Bluff game. I didn't even bet it. I did not watch 1 second of the Pine Bluff game, but I believe South Florida covered by 1.5. Tennessee Tech, West Georgia. This game, I believe, fell exactly on the number.
What'd they end up winning by?
Was this 3 or 3.5 last night on the show?
I know it closed at like 6. I think it was like 4 last night. Maybe.
Really? For some reason, I thought it was 3 or 3.5. Either way, Tennessee Tech won by 3.
They were up like 20.
West Georgia. West Georgia. New to D1, playing decent ball. I ate shit on Bethune Cookman, Reggie Theus. What are you doing to me, pal? All right.
Are you gonna quit Bethune yet?
Not yet. Because they're road warriors right now. They hit for me last time. So I'm 1-1 on Bethune this year. So yeah. Maybe our biggest lemon of the night, the Towson Tigers.
Oh,
good God.
South Carolina. Good win.
Lamont Paris, good coach, man. I didn't see this one coming. Is this more about Carolina or more about Towson?
I will say sometimes we overreact to like an opening night where we think that they can do it again on the road, and sometimes they just get their dicks kicked in. So South Carolina made some big time shots tonight, and they pulled away. This one was never in doubt. This wasn't a fluke cover. They were up 15-25 pretty much the whole way, I thought. Yeah. Shout out to Alex in the chat. He's a student at South Carolina. We are so back. That was part of my handicap on taking North Florida, was I knew they had stormed. I saw the students getting taken out by those bushes. Just pissed drunk. Yeah, that was great.
As they stormed the field, I was like, "Oh no, they're not ready for this." That's a shout out to you, Alex. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, I mean, Murray Boyles had a gigantic game for the Gamecocks. 27 points, 9 boards, getting it done there. Ryder took down Navy. Glad we didn't bet this. On we thought about, or at least I thought about taking Navy. The moving company continues to. They're not bad. They're not bad this year, huh?
I know. I hate them. They just keep winning, and I pick against them every time. moving company, this Dolly's in my head.
I'm gonna let you have the floor on Jerry Mack and Sienna against American, buddy.
Dude, how the hell is Sienna? They finished the game on a 19-3 run. What is
There's something magical about Jerry Mack in general. When he played, there was something magical about him.
I hate Syracuse, so I don't automatically hate Sienna now.
And those St. Bernards were doing it. We did eat shit on the golf course, and I got tagged or DM'd, I think, about that I'm a fucking idiot for Binghamton. That's the nature of the beast. You can have a great day, and if one doesn't hit for some schmuck out there, it's fun. You know, you piece of shit. Yeah. Never listen to shitty picks ever again. I actually prefer messages like that.
Yeah,
because they're really fun. They're really fun to have a cocktail and go through. Every once in a while, like in the dog days of the off season, it'll be like, I'll be at like an airport, just bored, and I'll just go through my DMs from the season, and it's a good laugh, man. It's a good laugh. You fucking idiot! You don't know shit about football or basketball. They're fun.
My favorite's when they go, I'm not listening to shit anymore, and I'll comment back. I bet you come back tonight. They always come back. They always say they're not going to come back, and they keep coming back for more.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Lafayette Penn, part of the Philly 5 action there.
Lafayette.
Oh no, that wasn't. Lafayette got it done against Penn. I mean, they did blow. They had this thing up to like 10 at one point, I feel like, but they still covered. I mean, I don't know why Penn was favored there. So, yeah, nice play. We got to talk about this one for probably longer than anyone ever has in the history of podcasting. Lehigh, Columbia.
What a game!
We cash on the Mountain Hawks. But this magical Columbia Lions team keeps on roaring. This was a fun game. Keith Higgins balled out for Lehigh. And I mean, is Columbia a Sweet 16 team?
Hey, well, Princeton did it 2 years ago. Hey, so we got Lehigh got fucked on that call at the end.
I thought so too.
Dude, but they were down like 13 with like a minute left, and they just kept pressing, and they would get a steal, hit a 3. I was like, man, I love Lehigh. And then Columbia 4-0 for the first time since like 2004.
Dude, and their resumes. I mean, I know Lehigh's Lehigh, but I'm just saying, it's very impressive.
Lehigh might be better than Villanova.
They might be. Folks, want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Pickup is one of the biggest menus for all of sports. They got NFL, college football, college basketball, CFL, MMA, NBA, NHL, NASCAR, everything. Go check it out. All right. Boost Uber's upon us, which means you're getting a spooky amount of profit boost and much more. You can now use specials and boost on all flexed entries as well. So sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code TCE SGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCE SGPN. All right. UIC did exactly what I thought they would do and cover. I mean, the little brother angle is just fire. It's just fire. It delivers. They didn't win outright like Chicago State did last year, but still they covered. Nice pick by us. And I was shocked by this one. I didn't bet this, but A&T almost knocked off George Washington there. The Colonials only won by 5. Are they a phony team, George Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm starting to think too. Like,
I like Caputo, but they're not very good.
Yeah. We ate shit on Iona because the Blue Hens were flapping their fucking wings all around the court. Beanick is definitely smiling somewhere in his LeBaron. He's got a picture of underneath his rearview mirror. He's got a picture of Tobin Anderson with his face ripped up. Delaware is a team I've bet Delaware a couple times this year. I've had a hard time really understanding who they are so far. I think I'm 1-2 with betting on Delaware games. What do you make of these Blue Hens? What do you make of Iona too? I'm curious.
I can't figure. I don't think I picked the game right on either team so far this year. That's my thoughts on them. I can't figure any of them out. There's no consistency with either Iona or Delaware. Good win for Delaware though.
Yeah. I had a favorite play tonight, and it was Fairfield. Easy, no sweat at all.
Until the end.
Just the 6-point win. I actually thought they would win by more, to tell you the truth, but we still cashed. They
tried to give it away. I think it got down to like 1. I was like,
I know. I was like, these.
New Hampshire.
It's always mind-boggling to me how many people can't beat a press.
Yeah.
I love it, but it's like this worked. Like, okay, when we were playing like in middle school, that's like a death trap running a press, right? But it's like you think if you're a D1 athlete, you could figure this fucking thing out. But I guess you get to this level, and
my favorite's when the pressing teams can't break a press, and it's like, don't you practice against the fucking press every day? Like when we were press Virginia, we never could break a press, and I'm like, how the fuck can we not break a press? We pressed the entire practice, and we would just shit down our fucking leg every time. It was comical for everybody else except us.
Grant Clarkson is asking, where's NC Nick? We got to get him on the show, but I did have some communication with him tonight. And I can share that when we get to that, but shout out to Fairfield getting it done. Tarleton's horrible. Florida State blew them out. Florida State, hey,
where you know,
this is the basketball team looking good because the football team's 1-9. My theory is being proven correct. We are a couple of fucking geniuses. We hit on Fairfield, Kansas, St. Joe's, SIU, Edwardsville money line. It's a free show. Did I tell you guys that? A lot of people say I look like Sergeant Taggart from Beverly Hills Cop. When I say a lot of people, I say it was about 2 people in the chat. Never understood it, but I appreciate it. As someone that's a big fan of Beverly Hills Cop. Sergeant Taggart has been shooting off his pistola. All right. 77-72. Indiana State's fucking trash. And what was this line?
It's only game number 3, and everybody still thinks Indiana State is last year's Indiana State. They're not. They're a bottom 3 to 4 team in the Missouri Valley again. Josh Church is not walking through that door anymore.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
Penn State beat St. Francis by 30. Dude, Penn State.
Wagon.
Watch out. Watch out, Big Ten. Watch out. They're you know what? I'm going to compare Mike Rhodes to Signetti. Like in football, both came from Virginia schools. I know he's been at Penn State a couple years now, but still Ace Baldwin, 16 points, 6 assists, 3 steals. He's a dog. So I didn't take this on the show last night, but circle of trust here. Like an idiot, I bet Drexel plus 7.5, and of course they lose by 8.
I'm telling you, this fucking Temple shit.
That's what I'm saying.
It closed at 10. And they win by 8. Like, what is this shit? Again, every game it's like this with this thing.
That one hurt. And then, damn if Syracuse is not the phoniest team in America.
Oh, they suck.
Oh my God. Colgate. I watched Colgate the game prior, and I was convinced this is the worst Colgate team in like fucking 15 years. Syracuse wins 74-72. Eddie Lampkin had a big day for him, of course, because no one on Colgate can guard him. But okay, so Syracuse barely got past Lemoyne, barely got past Colgate. How much should we put into this that they suck, or are they just, are they going to be fine come ACC play?
I mean, I don't really like their roster, to be honest. I don't know what their identity is. And they used to be playing that 2-3 zone and they'd be tough out in March. Now I just don't know what they do. They play man. They're not really good at anything, but not horrible. It might be the worst Syracuse team in 30-40 years. You said the worst Colgate team. It might be the worst Syracuse team.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. UCF, Florida Atlantic, didn't get eyes on this game. I know you were telling me pre-episode that this thing was a fire game. UCF covers my 5.5, even though I didn't bet it. But tell me about this game, because Johnny Dawkins, UCF, looking good.
Yeah, I would. Anybody, if you're bored tomorrow, throw on this game, because this game was up and down track meet. FAU went up like 15-3 to start the game. Then UCF battles back. They go up 7 at halftime. Then FAU comes all the way back, takes the lead, and it was back and forth before UCF just outlasted them. This was a hell of a game. I like both of these teams. They're athletic, they're fast, and well coached.
Yeah. I tried to bring you along on this next one, but you don't want to. For some reason, you don't want to jump on my Colonels of Eastern Kentucky, but they look good. They just keep covering. Lose by 13 at Clemson. They're getting 20.5. Next up, I feel like we should talk about the 37-point win by the East Carolina Pirates against a tough Mount Olive squad. Clearly, here's what I can deduce from this. I can deduce that I just think this is the year that we go dancing, since the first time since 91. And I got a good feeling that this is the year.
Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
3-0 is 3-0, baby. And I mean, really, when it comes down to it,
I made the Schwartz spirit
why does Mike Schwartz have ECU looking like the best team in the AAC this year?
I don't see that same thing. They got that. Do they play anybody like for actual real here soon? Like, I haven't seen them play.
Well, we got George Mason coming on the 16th. Bring it on, NC Nick. All right, it's your fucking pussy Patriots can't even form a football program. All right, and I talked good about you, Tony Skin, but we're gonna get destroyed probably by Tony Skin, right? After that, we head to Jacksonville State. Let's go, buddy. Let's go.
You're losing 2 in a row. No, it's a neutral site game. Where's that at? What preseason tournament? Yeah.
What are you talking about, Mason?
No, ECU.
Oh, that's in Florida somewhere, I think. Yeah, the Mason game I might have to go to.
I'm sure it'll be a packed house for that ECU Jack State game in Florida. I hate this.
I do too, man.
They're awful. Like 7 people there, and it's just everybody's family. It's awful. And the janitor in the back.
Yeah. It is terrible, man. I was thinking about that. The Myrtle Beach one too was rough.
There's nobody ever at these games.
Yeah. What's crazy? You can get like a $10 ticket for like the whole fucking day, but then you're just like, how long? It's like a test. How long can you sit and watch all these games? Like, I know I can do it, but not many. Like, especially if you bring a friend or like sometimes I'll take my wife to a game. I can't I can't do more than one game. Like she'll be like, what the fuck are we doing here? But yeah, East Carolina looking strong. You were right on Bill and Mary. As Norfolk State loses in Williamsburg, you son of a gun.
This might have been my best call of the night. They fucked Norfolk up. They were up like 20.
Wait, did you bet it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I locked it last night.
I remember betting it. I remember betting it. I just don't remember you betting it.
It was a great spot. I mean, Norfolk just won their Super Bowl against JMU.
Yeah. Both the Virginia angles, we should have bet Radford. I knew it. I'm mad at myself for not betting Radford. 87-75 win against Old Dominion. We had someone, I think, tell us that we had a bad pick with Mississippi State, but Sela, of course they covered. Of course they covered for us. Big ass number for Mississippi State. What's going on here? Georgia Tech responded against Texas Southern. Remember, we didn't want to lock this up, but they did cover. Shout out to Damon Stoudemire and the Yellow Jackets. Rice put it on ULM. IDub took down Prairie View by 3.
That game was a shit show. Rob Donaldson bet that game. I said, "You're crazy. I bet shitty ass games, but I have no feel on IDub and Prairie View."
Yeah. I couldn't touch that game, but you had a nice call here on Illinois State as we double locked the Redbirds against the Ohio Bobcats. Your thoughts on this one? It's a good game.
Redbirds, that's a good win. So that UT Martin, nice bounce back. You go to Fargo, get a win. You come back down and you beat a good MAC team in Ohio. So the Redbirds I think are underrated. That opening night loss was a little bit of a fluke, I think.
Cleveland State got Valpo. We didn't bet that.
No.
Texas covered against Chicago State. I didn't bet that.
Like within 10 minutes of the game. That game was awful.
I picked Chicago State just because I had to. It's in the contract. Yeah. Let's tout more about why we're a fucking genius. Belmont 80, Lipscomb 79. Fuck out of here with this line. I think we nailed everything on this. It's almost like if you go back and listen to us, and I'm not sure whether it was the spot I was on VEASAN or no, I think I said it on this very show. I said this will come down to the final possession in this and the Riverside game. I go, watch, this will come down to the final possession. And sure enough, it did.
Unbelievable comeback. They were down 10 with like 8 minutes left or whatever, 6 minutes. They look dead and they come all the way back. Second homework assignment, everybody tomorrow. Watch the Belmont Lipscomb game when you're bored. That game was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that delivers every year, dude.
Yeah.
What's going on with your Ole Miss Rebels? I know you locked this up. I didn't touch this one.
They look like shit.
They do, dude.
Yeah. What the fuck happened to them?
Yeah. You survive though. You win by 10. They had a couple of these last year. I don't think you put a ton of weight in them yet. Nice call. You tried. Look, we were both on this game, but you actually bet it. I didn't. I should have. Baylor destroys Sam Houston State. To be honest, I didn't even get eyes on this one. Well, what happened here?
Baylor's starting to look the part a little bit. I mean, the opening night was an outlier, just the way that they got absolutely destroyed. They've gone to that zone and they made a bunch of shots at home. They're tough in that building. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just watching this Portland game. I think Portland can win this game.
This would be a big time win for those Pilots.
Take a shot.
Yeah. TCU. What's going on with TCU a little bit, man? 5-point win against Texas State. Was this asleep at the wheel, or is this just a little brother angle?
A little bit of both. They got Michigan on Friday, but they didn't look good as well. They were down at halftime.
We cashed on Bradley minus the points against UTSA. Arkansas State put it on Little Rock by 17. I didn't bet that, but would have got that wrong. I did bet Jackson State and I did lose. Did you bet Jackson State with me, or is that was just I just flew solo? Huh?
Yeah, finally a Big East team covered.
Yeah,
finally them and DePaul.
And I knew we should have bet Denver. Damn it. Denver loses by 9 to Colorado State. We should have bet this game. It's a classic little brother. Colorado State's just look, they're just not that good this year. That's just the reality. I feel like I'm going to be fading them a little more often. Iowa does not cover against South Dakota. Queens gets worked by Utah. I think you bet that, didn't you?
I stayed away. I thought about it. Queens goes to BYU tomorrow. Let's talk about a brutal road trip.
Yeah. Yeah. What did Texas do to me? You sure you want to ask that question? We could talk a lot about that. I blame all this conference realignment bullshit where you have Oregon in the fucking Big Ten. You know, the whole sport is, college basketball may look very different 10 years from now because of, I think, like the biggest piece there was Texas, a while ago, not even the recent move to the SEC, but a while ago, being a little bitch and, starting the Longhorn Network, demanding that more money than the other schools, and just Texas is, they deserve my hate. All right. They deserve my hate. And look, I love Austin, been to Texas football games, great fucking town to get drunk in, but, they deserve Mac. I mean, am I crazy here?
No, Texas is entitled as hell. They're annoying.
I could do a seminar on this. Dive deeper into SMU cheating in the 80s. Dive deeper in that. I would just encourage anyone to dive deeper into those stories, because Texas and Texas A&M had a big part of really giving SMU a death blow. And don't forget, Eric Dickerson got that money from A&M. Now, I'm sure SMU paid him too, but he got that car from A&M. So the irony of them, them being the ones that weren't cheating, but SMU, sure, they're the bad guys. They've deserved, they really deserve a lot of hate from me, in my opinion. Yeah. Anyway,
fuck Texas.
Fuck Texas. What else? Oh, there's this game, Kentucky and Duke.
Woo.
I mean, this game delivered. I know NC Nick, I was texting him late when it was tied up, and he was just saying, Duke looked tired, a little unorganized. I feel like he said the final couple of possessions, and, hey, we locked up Kentucky and rode the money line. Goddamn right. We killed it here. And I do not hate Matthew McConaughey, from one Redskin fan to another. Let's go. We should talk about this game. Cooper Flagg had a gigantic game, but down the stretch, I think one of NC Nick's complaints was they didn't, really do any type of screen or something. The biggest possession of the game, it was just kind of ISO ball. And Kentucky, this is a gigantic win to get Big Blue Nation. Just the Mark Pope era. And I can't count how many times Billis and everyone said, they have no team.
And you know what? I'm jacked about another opportunity. Let's go. Now, I met with the team. There is no team.
Oh no, that was John Calipari at Arkansas. How's Big Blue Nation feeling right now, Mac? And what's your assessment of this game? This was a very fun game to watch.
Oh, dude, Kentucky's on cloud 9. Flagg was good, but he's what, 17 years old? He's a freshman. It was the first time he had to try and finish a game on that biggest stage against grown men. Kentucky was switching everything, and I thought on their switches, their guards did a really good job of being physical with him, and I thought it bothered Flagg. So Flagg will only get better from it. I think Duke, you don't panic after this loss. You're you're better because you played a game like this. But
do you think NC Nick is right? Where like, how do you not? He kind of took it on himself. I'm gonna score this bucket, and they didn't really set up anything.
That's the blessing and the curse of having a super talent like that is, you know, who's getting the ball, and it turns into kind of that NBA. Hey, we're gonna just attack a matchup here rather than running some motion offense to get him into a spot. So Shire's got to figure out how he wants to attack late game. But I mean, tonight it was just more of that NBA screen on somebody, get the matchup, go with Kirk Kriisa. That's why he didn't play down the stretch, because Kirk couldn't guard anybody. And Kentucky made enough stops because they have grown men. Lamont Butler's awesome, and so is Andrew Carr.
Lamont Butler. Yeah,
Andrew Carr made some big plays on the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, that game delivered, and it was obviously a very Kentucky crowd, I would say.
Atlanta.
Yeah, that shit. Sometimes I forget about that.
Yeah,
you know, cause unless it's like SEC tournament week where I'm like, oh, they'll all be there. I guess I kind of undervalued that. I mean, I still took Kentucky in the money line, but I just didn't think it would be that big of a factor, and it certainly was.
Such a big win for Mark Pope, man. Just like it was already, the excitement level was already that like huge, but to be Duke in your third game with Cooper Flagg, the number 1 pick in the draft, whatever comes with that, is huge just for buy-in.
And for Kentucky, they have watch out. They get Lipscomb next. Watch out.
Tough spot.
Kentucky's going to be fun though to watch with Pope. I think the shoe fits. Duke on the other side of things, Duke is NC Nick has been, texting me this couple weeks back about their schedule. They get Wofford, but after that at Arizona, then the Kansas game, then I think they get Seattle, and then Auburn, and then Auburn after Auburn they're at Louisville. It's a great schedule for the Blue Devils down over the next couple weeks. I mean,
I was getting ready to say, I know everybody was crowning Duke in the preseason. This isn't going to be their last loss that they have before Christmas. They're going to lose at least one more. They may even lose 2. I mean, Kansas, Arizona, and Auburn are 3 top 10 teams.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a fucking blast to watch too. Yeah. Folks, what to tell you, the college basketball experience is brought to you by BetUS. Bet with the best of the business. That is BetUS. BetUS has been around for more than 30 years. You can easily deposit using cryptocurrency and get lightning fast payouts. East Carolina -14. Also, what is the one that I was on tomorrow for my top MAC play tomorrow would be, let's go for MAC college football action. Give me Akron plus the 15.5 into call. But I also am going to ride Eastern Michigan as well. MAC and college football going on, mixed with college basketball. What a beautiful, beautiful world. Hop on over to, BetUS, essentially. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetUS. Once again, that's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetUS. Use that promo code SGPN so they know we sent you. BetUS, America's favorite sports book. Currently, we have Oregon State up 40 on West Oregon, and the Ducks down 8 to the Portland Pilots. A couple Oregon games going on currently. Please, Portland, let's do this. Moving along. Let's go to the likes of, where am I at here? Texas. Oh, this one was brutal. We lost money on this. Corpus Christi did not cover at the pit where everyone gets laid. They lost by 19, and I feel like what the hell happened here? Because I changed I don't have the 9 TV setup right now. Soon that will be happening, but I don't understand what happened here because I changed the channel. I thought we were in position to get this thing. And what happened, Mac?
Brutal. They missed 5 straight free throws. All we needed was 3 out of the 5, and it's a cover.
But I thought did we have it at 17? I feel like it was at 16 or 17 with like,
I think margin?
Yeah, I thought they had it down to like right where they would be covering.
Yeah, they had it down to 13 at one point.
Yeah, that's what I think that's when I changed the channel. Yep. So I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna hit this. Shout out to John in the chat. Giving us $10. Appreciate you. Says keep up the great work, boys. Let's go. Next up, we had Sac State, UC San Diego. UC San Diego got the win. Only won by 10 though. Sac State did cover there. And Stanford blew out Northern Arizona. Stanford,
they're killing everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Kyle Smith making a difference in year one. Portland State did end up hanging on. They were up big. San Diego battled back some, but Portland State wins by 9. And then a game that I just love, Riverside Baptist. I did not bet this game, but it was a lot of fun to watch. 70-69. Riverside wins. Baptist misses a 3 in the corner with the chance to win the game. Packed arena. Your thoughts on this one?
That game was awesome. I mean, I would say what's her name stole the game from them. Riverside. I felt like Cal Baptist was up.
I think you're right. That
7+ the entire way, and then Riverside needed that though. They were 0-2.
Yeah, and then we ate shit on Akron, and Akron probably they were in the mix to cover this, but they were right on that number. So legit sweat that we lost on. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like when you lose a game like that, but you get the ride, it's okay. All right. Game balls. Mac, I went first last night. You lead the way tonight.
Kentucky. That was easy one there. Mark Pope, it gets a game ball for me. TMZ angle for me early tonight.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty easy one right there. I will go with Jerry Mack and Sienna. They're undefeated. They keep winning. There's magic out there. What are you doing with your second game ball?
I'm going Belmont. I think it's just to rally the way that they did in the Battle of Nashville. What a comeback.
Yeah, that's a great game ball. I'm gonna go to the likes of St. Joe's. Villanova spends a lot more on basketball than you do. St. Joe's, anytime you beat them, you remind them that they're piles of shit. All right. I actually like Villanova, but I'm saying in general, part of a rivalry or, little brother, you get the best of them. You got to remind them. Where are you going with the next game ball?
Should we give it to Columbia for being 4-0?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Where did this come from?
Definitely. I mean, I think they're very worthy of a game ball. Yeah, that's a good game ball. Yeah. Final game ball would be. Who would it be? Give me UCF. FAU went to the Final Four not long ago. I know Dusty May and everyone's gone, but still undefeated. Johnny Dawkins and UCF looking good thus far as they enter year 2 in the Big 12. Final game ball.
That was it. You were the final one, number 6.
Oh yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. Portland just hit a 3 to go up 11. 4:40 left.
They're incredible. This one guy just keeps banking in threes. Shit's hilarious.
There's nothing more frustrating than a great defensive possession and a banked in 3.
Oh, dude, this one guy's made like 3 of them. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Just frustrating. Let's get to tomorrow's games because Portland's gonna need a game ball if they win this, by the way.
Yeah, you're right. they're gonna give veto. Sorry, UCF, you're out.
I was about to say, scratch off UCF if Portland wins this game. Yeah. Let's get to tomorrow's action, man, because it's a fun day of hoops, and it starts off with youtube.com/the college experience. Hop on over there. How the hell does B-Nick do this? There we go. The Albany Great Danes are heading to fucking Dartmouth. Dartmouth laying 1.5. The total at 147.5. We got slides. YouTube.com/the college experience. I'm going to go with the home team. Give me fucking Dartmouth to get the dub, but don't bet this game. What are you doing here, Mac?
Wait, isn't this a noon game or 5 o'clock?
No, 5. Oh, we have to bet this.
Yeah. Let's do battle. Give me Albany.
Hold on. I need to do a deeper dive on this then. Hang on. Here I was looking at all these other games because I was like, well, don't bet that game. Yeah. I'm going to stay with my actually, I'm seeing Dartmouth catching 1.5 right now. I think I fucked up this graphic. What are you seeing right there?
I am seeing here. Let me pull this up on my phone. It's not popping up on my computer. It is now my shit.
So Albany won by 5 last year on December 2nd.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Yeah, I think I fucked up the graphic there. Man, give me Dartmouth. Let's battle.
Let's go. Let's get a fun battle in here, baby. Don't bet your whole bankroll in this game, you idiot.
This is strictly a $50 wager. I am not going to go further than that. Where the hell's my music here?
Give you something.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Here we go. We got a battle in Hanover. Mac riding with the Great Danes. Dundee on fucking Dartmouth. Oregon has cut the game to 4 points. Unbelievable.
I feel like Oregon's gonna give it away.
Here's a lock for us, right? Let's just keep locking things up because
this out of here.
La Tech heading up to Amherst, Massachusetts. UMass coming off the loss to Dub V. Fuck out of here is right. Double lock on UMass +1. Just ride it on the money line. Just ride it on the money line. You don't need the 1.5. Mac.
It's. I will say it's not in Amherst. It's in New York.
Oh, that's right. It's part of the. There's another game in New York too. There's a doubleheader.
It's in Uniondale, New York.
That's right. That's right. I fucked it up.
Who plays there at the Nassau Coliseum? I still like UMass. They're off the loss, and this is a back-to-back road spot for Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, I'm taking UMass too.
Yeah,
but
you're not going 1 and 2. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's not where the Islanders play, according to the chat.
Used to play. Double lock on UMass. I'm not changing my ways. I think we should keep this lock party going because I think St. John's is going to destroy Wagner tomorrow. But I mean, Wagner's what 1-1. They beat. They lost. You know what? No bet.
He's got Patino, little Patino on Sunday.
Yeah, no bet. Back away. But I'll take St. John's. What are you doing here?
I'll take St. John's.
Southern Indiana is heading to Bellarmine. Bellarmine's laying 3.5 over under at 142.5. I think the Screaming Eagles are a better team. I think they're a better team. And
they're 0-3.
Yeah, let's lock this.
Desperate. Let's go.
Yeah.
Screaming Eagles. Sorry, Bellarmine.
Yeah, let's go. Bellarmine's fell off a little bit, man. Yeah. Screaming Eagles get it done outright. Continuing on the journey, the Bonnies are heading to Fort Myers, Florida to take on Dunk City, formerly known as Dunk City, Florida Gulf Coast. The Bonnies are laying 1.5. Give me Gulf Coast, man. I think Gulf Coast is better than them right now.
I agree with you. Bonnie's going down to the warm sun. I know the game's played inside, but it's a tough travel spot. Give me Gulf Coast here.
No lock. Yeah. You locking this?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They are 0-2. I mean, it is their first home game.
They played well against TCU. I know TCU, put it on late, but they played well in my opinion.
Yeah.
Moving forward is Harvard. This is a fun one. Harvard is taking on Northeastern. Northeastern's laying 4. I'm going to lay the 4 with Northeastern. Lock it up. I know it's a little brother angle here. I don't know if little brother counts. A crosstown classic. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'm going to battle you. I'm going to lock Harvard. I think they're going to win outright.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. I don't think they're that good this year, man. I'm watching them the other night. Let's go. Mac on Harvard. Pick Dundee ride with the Huskies. Shout out to Muddy Waters. Moving forward. Lemoyne is heading to Hartford, Connecticut to take on UConn. UConn's schedule so far is fucking hilarious. UConn, I'm not even going to watch one UConn game until
Maui.
Yeah, until Maui. Connecticut's laying 38. Give me the points. Give me the points in Lemoyne here.
I'll take the points, and if you guys really want to bet this, wait till tomorrow when it goes to like 40. Don't take that number now.
Yeah. Is Lemoyne a lock? No, I'm not taking it. I fucked up this slide.
Hey,
Jacksonville State's laying 4.5 against Georgia State. So disregard that line up top. I'll lock Jacksonville State minus 4.5. You down?
I like the spot here. Coming off the Air Force game, had a week to prepare. I think Georgia State's not very good at all. Let's go. Jack State, home game.
Double lock on the game and a half. Next up. Michael Fincher says that's not the Colby I used to know. What are we talking about here? The Lemoyne plus 38 angle. Ball State's heading to Dayton. Dayton's laying 16.5. Lay it. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm looking at the situational spot. Yeah, I'll lay it with Dayton. The place gets lit.
There's 1 minute left. Oregon going to the free throw line. Down 6.
We know what happens if this goes to overtime.
That's true.
Yeah.
We live bet that thing. Richmond. I was thinking about going to this game, but I don't think I am now. Richmond is catching 4.5 at Charlotte. I'm going to lay the 4.5 with Charlotte. Maybe I'm overreacting, but Richmond, when I watched them the other night, I thought they looked pretty shitty. So I will lay the 4.5, but this is certainly not a lock because I could see Richmond winning this as well. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll take Richmond. I think they're going to win. I'll take the points.
Yeah. Moving along. Wright State catching this number. What did I spaced out? I just didn't put these fucking lines in correctly. Wright State is catching. Where the hell is it? What's this line? Yeah.
17.5.
I'll take the 7.5.
This is Toledo's home opener. I think I'm going to lay it with Toledo. Toledo fringe lock. They're really good at home.
Aren't they playing a football game at the same time? No.
Didn't they play tonight?
They played tonight. They played tonight, right?
Yeah. That would be weird.
The Shots taking on NC State. The Pussy Pack. NC State's laying 19.5.
Coastal's really bad.
They are. But I'm taking them because NC State's really bad too. You saw it with Presbyterian covering. Give me the Shots plus 19.5. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points.
Moving forward, Milwaukee is catching 4 at Longwood. Man, I got burned on Milwaukee the other night, but part of me says I should bet Milwaukee. Give me the 4 in Milwaukee. You can talk me into it maybe, but what are you doing here?
I think they're live in this game. Yeah, let's take Milwaukee here. I think it's a nice buy low spot.
Well, they got waxed by Northern Iowa, but
I know. I don't think they're as bad as that. I think that was just a one-off.
Let's take these Panthers +4 in Farmville. Moving forward. This is the who just played Marquette game. Central Michigan heading to Fairfax, Virginia, the Patriots Center. Mason's laying 14. I feel like we should. I think Mason's going to destroy them, right?
I think so too, but I mean, yeah. Time out. The Chips just had like the Super Bowl effort against Marquette.
Let's bet Mason.
Mason should kill them.
And George Mason's got ECU on deck, so we know. May the Schwartz be with them. Lay the 14 with George Mason. I'm trying to. It's tough hosting a show and trying to watch the ending of this game at the same time. Merrimack though is heading to VCU, catching 16. I actually see 16.5 now. The over under at 132.5. Give me Merrimack to stay within this number. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm fascinated by this game. Both teams off huge wins. VCU beating Boston College, and then Merrimack beat Vermont. I'll lay it with VCU. I think the crowd's just too much at the Siegel Center. What are they reviewing?
Yeah. I don't know, but VCU and George Mason need to start their football programs. Got to add that in there. What are they reviewing?
Oh. He incidentally hit him. Like, we're like,
so stupid.
It's like, okay, he got hit in the face. Like, play on.
Yeah. Remember that time Kurt Ramos just got fucking destroyed by Kevin McHale?
Yeah.
It's great. One of my favorite. Sometimes I just load that up on YouTube. Just a great moment. We need that back again. But yeah. Anyway, no, I am kind of fascinated by this game. I'm taking the 16 with Merrimack. I think they can stay within that number. It's a pretty good game though. I'd say on the slate that we have here, it's a pretty good. I'm curious what games you are looking forward to seeing tomorrow, because I would say that one's in my top 5, 10, something like that. Mount St. Mary's is catching 6.5 in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania against Bucknell. Give me the 6.5 with the Mounts. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lay it with Bucknell. Bucknell finally gets to play at home. I think this could be fringe lock, actually.
Wait, do they pack a crowd? I don't think they pack much of a crowd, though, right?
No, it's a good crowd at home. Yeah. Lewisburg.
Yeah. Montana is catching 25.5 at Tennessee. I got burned on Tennessee before laying the points. I'm just going to go back to that well though. And I'm going to lock up Tennessee minus 25.5. Lay it. Mac, what are you doing here?
I took the point just because they're off the big Louisville win. No bet.
Moving forward. Upstate is heading into Winston-Salem, catching 26.5 points. South Carolina Upstate. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I'll take the point. Wakes off the big win. After all that, no flagrant.
Portland up 4, Oregon at the line, 46.8 seconds left. And of course, Oregon misses the free throw. Wofford is laying 3.5 against them Blue Hose Presbyterian. I am going to lock up Wofford minus 3.5 in Clinton, South Carolina. This is just a culture play here. Coming off the loss, they get it right. Mac, what are you doing in Clinton, South Carolina?
I will join you. I was a little worried it was a little short, but I mean, like Patty said, you got to dive into it sometimes.
Let's dive into it with these Terriers. Moving forward, Canisius is heading to Erie, Pennsylvania to take on Mercyhurst. The Lakers are 2-1. Meanwhile, Canisius winless. Canisius laying 1.5. And I'm going to lay the 1.5 with Canisius. I can be talked into a lock here, Mac.
I think so. They're 0-2. Got to go get one here. Mercier's perfect candidate to get Canisius Lafayette.
Let's go. Let's go. Next up, I'm sorry, it's really hard to host to watch these this ending here. Howard is playing Tennessee State in Atlanta, Georgia. Tennessee State's laying 3.5. Wrong team favored. Give me Howard plus the points here. What are you doing here, Mac?
Why is this game in Atlanta? Is it an HBCU event?
Actually, no, I'm seeing Howard minus 3.5. I think I fucked up this line. I don't know what event this is, but I can tell you this: Howard is a 3.5 point favorite. I'm still going to ride with Howard though. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'll take Tennessee State. No bet. Neutral site. Take the points.
Evansville, the Purple Aces are heading to Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Take on the Blue Raiders. Look at that Blue Raider, that crazy bastard. Montana State, Middle Tennessee's laying 10.5. The over under at 141.5. It's too many points. I don't know. Middle Tennessee was fire at home. They were fire at home last year for me. It's still too many points for me. Give me Evansville plus the points. Mac, what are you doing here?
I think Middle Tennessee was great the other day against who was it? Abilene Christian getting a big road win.
Yeah,
I love this spot here for Evansville. I'm going to lock up Evansville getting 10.5. Let's go.
I'm not going to join you on that one. That is a Mac only play. Locking up the Purple Aces plus 10.5. Portland clinging to a 2-point lead, 29.9 seconds left. Moving along, Southern, the Jaguars heading into Commerce, Texas. They're laying 3.5. Both teams are winless.
Yeah.
Give me Commerce plus 135 on the money line.
I think so too. I'm tempted to bet Commerce. I mean,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Points on the road.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Commerce, baby.
Texas, the Lions. Looks like fucking Rob Donaldson's logo on here. All right. Let's ride Commerce. I'm intrigued by this matchup here, and I'm intrigued by this line, and I want you to make it make sense to me.
They love Vandy, don't they?
What the fuck's going on here? What's going on here?
So Cal is what? Beating Bakersfield and Cal Poly. I mean, who's Vanderbilt? I'll lock up Cal.
Not only am I going to lock up Cal, Damani, what's the angle here? Like, I think Cal is a better team right now.
Plus 320 all day. And are they going to pack the arena? No.
Unless Diego Pavia is, going to have a gangbang in the on the Section C. But
Cal's like one of my favorite plays of the day.
Yeah, I mean, but it stinks to me a little bit. Like, how the fuck is this 8.5?
It makes no sense.
I'm with you though. I'm diving into it.
What is that?
We're locking up Cal plus 8.5. Sprinkle that money line.
Pause the pick show for the end of this game.
Oh my God. Oregon has tied it up. 10.7 seconds left. Portland with the ball.
Oh no. All right. Let's bet Oregon.
Yeah. We are going to overtime.
We are going to bet Oregon. What's Oregon's live spread?
Pulling it up right now. Unbelievable.
Oh my God. I can't believe
that's heartbreaking right there. I'm not seeing it available yet.
What was that shot by that Oregon kid? The fucking fadeaway. That guy, he should fucking be fine. These fucking guys getting NIL should get
hits him in the face. I mean, come on. God.
What was that shot?
Folks, let me know when this line goes live on this live line right here.
Oregon minus 4.5.
You're seeing it? Where?
I don't see it. It's not available yet, but their chat saying 4.5.
I don't see it. I don't see it here.
I just see the money line available as pricks.
Yeah.
What app is that, guys? FanDuel. Oh, 76. Damn it, I was over at a different app. What's FanDuel?
Yeah, I was on DK. Let me.
I was too. DK's got the easiest one to navigate. All right, it's 5.5.
I feel good about it.
Yeah. Sorry, Portland. I rooted for you for the whole fucking game.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Okay, moving back to the show. Kent State's heading to the jungle where Auburn's laying 20.5. Lock? Should we? It's after Houston though. I can see them, but this place is such a great home edge, and their football season's already cooked.
Kent's always fucking.
I love Kent's program. I love their program, but the jungle's the jungle. I feel like.
What was it 2 years ago? What was the score that? Dude, I'm locking Kent. Call me crazy. I'm locking Kent.
You are crazy. I am definitely not doing that.
Auburn got up, fucking won the Super Bowl. They got a gauntlet coming up here. To me, this is Alabama McNeese of last night in Alabama, Arkansas State from Saturday. I think Kent loses by probably 10 to 15. Rob Senderoff's been in this bye game position. They almost won at Houston 2 years ago.
I'll lay it at the jungle.
Yeah, you gotta hold your nose and take Kent, baby. Let's go.
Moneyline Mac is locking up the Golden Flashes. We got a little battle of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Hey, the chat's asking who would win, Kent versus Auburn.
In football, who would win? That'd be a great game.
Would the line be 2.5? Oh wait, no. Kent's like catching 30 in a MAC game.
Yeah, they're fucking the worst team, but it's a funny game. Funny, good joke. Oral Roberts,
Tennessee, though, right? In Penn State.
Yeah. That's one of the games on the schedule that propels them over BYU being undefeated. Was Tennessee's dominating performance and Penn State's dominating performance against Kent State. Yeah. Tulsa's laid 8.5 against Oral Roberts. Battle of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I mean,
where are we at situational spot on these teams?
Tulsa's gonna fuck them up, right?
What
Tulsa lost them last year. I'm gonna lay the 8.5.
I think I'm gonna take the points, but this is not gonna be a bet. The little brothers, they've been good these last couple nights. Blindly, the little brothers.
Yeah, and Wyoming. Sorry, I need to keep up with the slideshow. It's tough when I'm losing focus. I'm failing the hosting duty here.
Man, they're starting. They're not getting any calls in overtime.
Wyoming's headed into Lubbock. This was a game that I believe got scheduled when Texas Tech hired Linder and Sundance Wicks went there. I believe that was part of the contract. I thought. I might be full of shit, but I believe it was. Texas Tech's minus 22.5.
We should lock up Tech. Linder, revenge.
I mean, why is he mad at him?
Yeah, I guess he did leave on his terms, but they wanted him out. I think they pushed him out. Why Wyoming's terrible away from Laramie.
That is true. Yeah. And this place will be lit. I'm not locking it, but you could ride with the lock. Moneyline Mac locking up Texas Tech minus 22.5. Fairleigh Dickinson, Fair Dick is heading into Lincoln, Nebraska to take on Fred Hoiberg's bunch. Nebraska's laying 26.5. This logo for Nebraska reminds me of that like country ass white guy in and Blues Brothers that just wants to beat Jake Blue. What's his name? the dead guy, Belushi's ass. You know, he's like following him around. This reminds me of him. What are we talking about here? I'm going to lay the points with Nebraska. Yeah.
I am too. I have no reason to take Fairleigh Dickinson. The only reason would be just if Noah was on the show to get under his skin. That would be the only reason I would ever take Fair Dick.
I do like how that's part of our handicapping now is just to piss off Noah. Okay, moving forward. Troy is heading to Fayetteville. This is a lock. Arkansas is going to win by more than 12.5. They're coming off the loss. Trojan man my ass. Arkansas minus 12.5. Battle?
Battle. Troy's my Sun Belt champ. Get this fucking Arkansas shit out of here.
Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow night's show. You're going to lose money. You're just giving away money.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
We got a battle going on in Fayetteville. Dundee with the Razorbacks. Mac with the Trojan Man. Oregon up 7. We're gonna make some extra cash tonight.
If I end up winning this fucking halftime bet where I laid 8.5 with Oregon, beers on me. I have no business winning this.
Let's go. I got another lock. Hofstra is taking on Seton Hall in Uniondale, New York. I got one of the two on this bet. I just forgot to. I think Hofstra's better than Seton Hall. Lock Speedy Claxton and Hofstra to beat Seton Hall tomorrow. Sprinkle that money line. Mac,
I'll join you, man. I think Hofstra too is a good giant slayer. I like this Hofstra team. Speedy Claxton gets up, and Shaheen's not good as a favorite. He's good as a dog.
Yeah. Double lock on the Flying Dutchman of Hofstra. Let's keep this lock train going because there's a lot of fun going on right now. Green Bay is heading to Macomb to take on Western Illinois. Western Illinois laying 3.5. Lock. Give me the Leathernecks minus 3.5. Let's go. Mac?
You think Gottlieb's really watching film on the fucking Leathernecks? No, he's talking about fucking whatever NBA game was on. Leatherneck smash spot. Let's go. Lock it up.
Let's go. This is where like the night heats up for me. I just saw a bunch of stuff that I like. Moving forward, North Texas catching 1.5 at Minnesota, taking on the Golden Gophers. I can be talked into North Texas here. I'm just going to let you know. I'm taking North Texas.
This line reeks.
Right?
They're only laying 1 at the barn. They're telling us North Texas lock.
Let's go. Let's go. Mean Green in the barn. Lock it up. Moving forward, we're going to go over to a big fan of the Minnesota Golden Gopher logo. There is David Matola. Louisiana is heading into Houston, Texas. Houston's laying 28.5. I will lay the 28.5 after a loss. Block.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, Louisiana's not terrible, but I just feel like it's just the spot. Lay the 28.5.
In the last couple years, like when they've had a home game after they have lost, their average margin of victory is like 25, whatever. So, and that's in league play. So I love Houston here. Lock. They're gonna kill them. Kelvin's fucking furious.
I haven't played this much tonight, but we could do. I know it's not a triple lock, but let's just have a little fun here. Houston minus 28.5. Next up, Oakland is heading to the Illini, Champaign, Illinois. I will lay the 23.5 with the Illini. Mac?
Yeah, the Illini kind of fuck these teams up, man.
We might want to bet this.
Here's why I think we should really bet this, because Oakland is still living off of their tournament from last year. They don't have any of those guys back, and I just think Underwood's going to carve up that zone. Illinois is going to win by 30. Let's lock it. Lay some chocolate here.
Yeah, I just think it's watching the way they played against Boise, I can't take Oakland. Illinois minus 23.5. Lock it up. That number's going to rise, I think, too. Houston Christians heading to Omaha. Take on the Creighton Blue Jays. Creighton's laying 35.5 points. Now,
I can't deal with them.
They don't look good, but I know Houston Christian only lost to Texas by 31. Let me do a tuck job, Patty C style. Give me Houston Christian plus 35.5. What are you doing here?
I think Houston Christian's actually the right side. I'm not betting it, but it's tempting. I just like Creighton. This is another reputation line with Creighton. They're not the same Creighton right now. It's going to take a minute. They're not healthy.
Damn it, man. Sorry. I want this Oregon minus 5.5 that I just wagered on, but just got a 3-point play, the old fashioned 3-point play.
That guard's good for Portland.
Yeah, he is. Oh, I got hit in the head too. Fullerton is catching 16.5 in Boulder. I think we should bet Fullerton. I know they got waxed by Stanford, but they kept it close with Grand Canyon.
And the one cover that Colorado had was phony. Like against E-Dub, they were fucking losing at halftime, and then they covered that. So Colorado's the only Big 12 team I'm like really running to bet against. So yeah, I think we lock Fullerton. I'm not a believer in the best.
Let's ride these elephants. The Titans, they call them. Take Fullerton in the points.
The locks are flowing.
They are. This is the part like circled, just a gigantic the late part of the schedule. Queens is heading to Provo to take on BYU. BYU's laying 28.5. I will lay it. You can talk me into a lock here.
So I mean, what do we think of a back-to-back spot in Provo? I think they're going to get drilled.
And BYU's, I think, better than Utah. So,
and BYU didn't play well the other night. I think BYU's a lock. I know it's a big number, but I think we lock it. Go Cougs.
Let's do it. Lay the 28.5.
I covered that halftime spread it overtime. It feels good to be a fish right now. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers to this. Already having a fire night. Oregon wins by 10 in overtime. Pick Dundee. 1-0 Mac. Let's go. It's a free show.
This is the best night of the year, I think, for us combined.
Yeah. Nevada's laying 16.5. This is I know me and Steve Alford have
bonded.
Doing peyote out in the desert when we were at Mountain West Media Day. I convinced him to come out in the desert, talk out our problems. But this is just too many damn points for me, even though Weber looked like shit in Corvallis.
Mm-hmm.
But give me the 16.5. And once again, you could talk me into a lock here.
I'm going to call my shot here. I think you sprinkle some on the 9-1 money line. I think Weber is way better than they were the other night. They're my preseason Big Sky. Nevada just coming off the big win over Washington. They got Santa Clara on deck. Tricky spot here. I love the Wildcats of Weber here. I'm going back to the well. They're not that bad.
I will lock it up with you, and I will even sprinkle the money line. Sorry, Coach Alfred. We'll I think it's worth it here. Let's go.
Alfred spot.
I feel good about all these games. Santa Barbara's laying 14 points. I don't understand why they're laying this much. I do like Santa Barbara, but this is too much. I will take Fresno plus the 14. Lock it up. Mac?
Are they just laying this because they beat Portland? I guess Portland almost just beat Oregon. That was my whole lot. So they just beat Portland by 50, and now they're laying 14 against Fresno. I'm with you. This is way too many.
Yeah, and this is like they're not that far apart, so you get a little regional battle there.
Fresno coach.
Yeah. I told you this part. I'm sorry if we're locking up everything, but I don't believe in all this stuff. San Francisco just got a gigantic win.
What is this?
This line is ridiculous. I'm actually seeing it at 16 right now too. I made the slide at 15.5. Long Beach State, the Dirtbags heading into San Francisco. I'm sorry, Long Beach State's covering this. It's a sleepy spot for San Francisco. I think Long Beach State in a way is actually like more athletic than San Francisco. Give me the points. I mean, I don't even think it's that crazy to sprinkle the money line here. You caught Weber?
Yeah.
Sprinkle the money line on Long Beach State. Just a little bit. All right.
So to put in perspective, San Francisco just won as a dog by double digits. Now they're laying 15 plus. No, thank you. Long Beach.
Yes.
This is like handicapping 101.
Yes. A gigantic number for a team that's pretty fucking athletic. I mean, have you seen what they've done? I mean, I know they lost to South Dakota State in Brookings by 1.
Yeah.
This is gonna hit, man. And I think this line's too much. Santa Clara's laying 16.5 against North Dakota State. I think this is too much. I am gonna take North Dakota State plus 16.5. Lock it up. Mac?
God, they just hurt my soul the other night the way they sold to Bakersfield. But they were the better team for 30 plus minutes. I think they stay within the 16.5. I'll lock it with you. I'm not like this is a proud program. They need a 10.
All these it was hilarious. I had like a couple locks scattered at the top, and there was like just 10 straight locks. Final game on the slate. And I'll be honest, you could talk me into one here, but I'm taking the 16.5 with Arlington. I think this line's too much. Give me Arlington. I have not locked this one yet. Some of those other ones I mentioned, I've already bet. What are you doing here?
I'm wait, USC has Cal on deck?
Yeah.
I'll lock Arlington.
Let's go, dude.
Arlington's not bad.
I love how we end the show. People are going to talk shit about us. So these idiots are just locking every game to end the show. Yeah, I just think this line's this is like a 10-point game to me. 10-point game. Give me Arlington plus the 16.5 double lock.
Musselman sucks as a favorite in November. He loses bye games all the time.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, that's our show. Now, here's the hard part.
Can't even read my handwriting.
Top 3 plays of the night. I'm going to put Long Beach State into this mix. I am also going to put Jacksonville State against Georgia State into this mix. And those are 2. 3 will be I am going to lay it with the Illini. I want to like Cal everything tells me Cal, but it smells to me a little bit. So give me the Illini as my third best play. Mac, your top 3 plays.
I'm going to lead it off with UMass. Off the loss, I think everybody's pumping up Louisiana Tech a little bit too much. I think UMass is going to get that done in the Northeast up there. Number 2, I love North Texas. I think North Texas is going the barn and winning. I think that line is very telling. And then number 3, Weber. I mean, I think that they're live in that game. I mean, come on.
Am I crazy? I love the card. I loved it tonight. I love it tomorrow too.
We should round robin like some of these crazy dogs at the end of the night. Weber, Fresno, Long Beach, North Dakota State, and Arlington. See, like they're just round robin them.
No. Here it is. I'm gonna say Cal. Put Cal in there.
Yeah.
Cal. I mean, you could just Hofstra, Cal, Weber, Long Beach State. I think that's 4 for a 5th. I think. I mean, I don't want to force a 5th.
Indiana?
Yes, that's it. Hold on, let me write this down because I got to fucking remember this.
Yeah, okay, I like that little round robin.
Southern Indiana, Cal, Weber, Long Beach. Who's the 5th leg of this?
Hofstra.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, I got to bet this after the show here. Folks, that's our show. Please, if you can, give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Have you caught some of these fire shows Mac's doing, by the way? And I've done a shittier job of promoting these, but make sure that's not done on purpose. Make sure you check these pregame shows that Mac's doing and Beanick and company. They're killing it on these pregame shows. And yeah, check those out. College Basketball Experience. We'll be back tomorrow. We're live every night of the goddamn season. No one else doing that. All right. Also, check out the Ryan and Rush show and the Big 12 College Experience. Come on, I mean, Big 12 College Experience. They got the football conference. I think is the most interesting football conference. I guess the SEC with all those teams tied right now is very interesting too. Those two, and then you add in the basketball side of the Big 12, which just you got to get over there and check it out. Baseball coming too, so. Check out the College Baseball Experience. Noah Beanick, myself, sometimes Moneyline Mac. And also check out the College Football Experience, the FCS College Football Experience, everything. Let's go. Till next time, folks. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Yeah, it's got me thinking about the good shit the minute that I seen your grill again. It made me good trip, good dog the mind back like dog will wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit me can back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for who? Just get it straight cause it caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Sing it. It's gotta go.